Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a world of wealth, elegance, and royal power. Have you ever wondered how the richest Arab women travel? From private jets that look like floating palaces to yachts that rival luxury resorts, this journey will take you inside a lifestyle that few ever get to see. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover will absolutely amaze you. The sky is never just a sky when you are the richest woman in the Arab world. It becomes a private highway, a limitless blue canvas where entire palaces can float. When the world's wealthiest queen or princess decides to travel, it is never a simple matter of booking a ticket, waiting in line, or checking in luggage. No, every journey is a statement of power, of legacy, and of wealth so staggering that ordinary imagination struggles to keep pace. Imagine a jet not as an aircraft, but as an airborne mansion. White leather walls stitched by the hands of artisans, chandeliers suspended where commercial planes would normally have plastic lights, and rare wood polished into tables that gleam like mirrors. The richest Arab women travel with entire worlds built inside these jets. Some of their aircraft are not mere Gulfstreams or bombardiers. They are Boeing 747s transformed into private kingdoms. Cabins become throne rooms, suites become floating spas, and every inch radiates the kind of wealth that cannot be hidden, only displayed. When the queen boards, it is not through crowded gates or noisy terminals. Airports bend themselves around her presence. Hangars clear, runways hold, and an entourage of security vehicles create an invisible wall around her. Convoys of black SUVs glide onto the tarmac, doors open, and her steps are escorted by guards who have trained their entire lives for moments like these. Cameras never capture the quiet details, the soft exchange of signals, the invisible shields of technology, but they are there, ensuring her movement is as smooth as silk. Inside the jet, the world follows her. Chefs flown in from Paris or Beirut prepare meals as if the skies themselves were Michelin star restaurants. Caviar, saffron-infused rice, lamb slow-cooked in spices, or the finest dates glazed in honey appear not as special orders but as standard service. The queen's tea is poured into cups made of porcelain older than empires, carried by attendants who know that every detail, down to the temperature of the water, carries weight. But travel for the richest Arab women is not simply about indulgence. It is about continuity of reign, of heritage, and of influence. When she travels, she carries with her not only jewels but history. Inside custom-made trunks lie crowns, tiaras, necklaces layered with diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, stones mined from lands once ruled by ancestors. Each jewel tells a story: battles won, dynasties secured, and marriages that reshaped kingdoms. These treasures are not packed as accessories, they are transported as symbols of sovereignty. And yet, the most precious cargo is not the jewels, but the people. Ladies-in-waiting, advisors, security experts, private doctors, stylists, chefs, cultural attachés, and sometimes even entire media teams accompany her. A queen never truly travels alone. Her presence is a constellation of professionals orbiting her, ensuring that wherever she lands, she is not just a guest but a presence that reshapes the place itself. When the aircraft touches down, the scene is orchestrated with the precision of a ballet. Motorcades line up in perfect synchronization, armored cars ready to glide through city streets, motorcycles creating protective circles as they move. Local dignitaries, politicians, and foreign royals await, their own schedules bent around the queen's arrival. Red carpets are unrolled not as a courtesy but as protocol, because this is not simply travel, it is spectacle. And sometimes, it is secrecy. For all the grandeur, there are also quiet escapes. The richest Arab women do not only travel for diplomacy, they travel for solitude, for reflection, and for private enjoyment far away from the eyes of the public. Desert retreats built in silence among dunes, palaces hidden on islands invisible to satellite images, villas in the Swiss Alps with private ski slopes. These are the destinations unseen. Here, she rides horses under starlight, reads poetry in gardens where fountains sing, and finds moments of peace only wealth of this magnitude can carve from the world. Her yachts are no less astonishing than her jets. Imagine ships so large they dwarf hotels, floating palaces with ballrooms, spas, helipads, and private cinemas. Decks stretch longer than football fields, designed not just for relaxation but for grandeur at sea. Some yachts even have miniature submarines, allowing her to explore beneath the waves in absolute privacy. These vessels are not simply for vacation, they are mobile kingdoms, where every ocean becomes her domain. And while the travel looks like pure luxury, it is also deeply political. Every journey carries weight. A queen's presence at a summit can shift alliances, influence billion-dollar agreements, or heal centuries-old rivalries. Her travels often blur the line between leisure and diplomacy. When she visits Paris, she may tour fashion houses, but she is also strengthening cultural ties. When she arrives in New York, it may be for charity galas, but behind the scenes she discusses investments that ripple across global markets. Her jet becomes a diplomatic chamber, her yacht a floating embassy. Even her shopping trips are orchestrated events of magnitude. The richest Arab women are known for closing entire luxury boutiques so they can browse in peace. Streets in Paris or Milan temporarily turn into private galleries where she and her entourage examine couture dresses, rare leathers, and priceless art. What she buys is not mere indulgence, it often sets trends across continents. Designers build collections inspired by her taste, jewelers craft exclusive pieces that will never be replicated, and artists find their careers elevated simply because a queen chose their work. Security is the silent force behind all this travel. Her journeys involve entire networks of intelligence, planning routes that avoid risks, using decoy vehicles, and coordinating with international agencies. Her convoy may look straightforward, but within it lies layers of protection invisible to the naked eye: armored plating, counter-surveillance systems, satellite tracking, and trained professionals who blend into crowds but remain always alert. This unseen army ensures that every moment of her travel is not just comfortable, but unbreakably secure. Even the luggage tells its own story. Not ordinary suitcases, but handcrafted trunks by heritage brands, often personalized with royal insignias. Inside are gowns tailored by the world's finest couturiers, shoes made in limited editions, perfumes blended exclusively for her, and fabrics so rare they are guarded like national treasures. Every ensemble is catalogued, coordinated, and ready for the events that await. Dressing for travel is not about comfort, it is about representing centuries of legacy with every thread. But what truly sets apart the richest Arab women's travel is the blending of tradition with modernity. A queen may glide into a futuristic jet, but she may also carry with her a hand-woven shawl made by artisans in her homeland. She may arrive at a gala in Paris dressed in couture, but the embroidery on her gown may echo designs worn by her ancestors centuries ago. Her presence is not just about wealth, it is about weaving heritage into every journey, reminding the world that her reign is not temporary but eternal. Even philanthropy travels with her. The richest Arab women are often patrons of charities, schools, hospitals, and cultural institutions across continents. Their journeys are often tied to acts of giving: inaugurating a children's hospital, launching a scholarship fund, supporting women's empowerment initiatives. When she travels, she carries not only wealth but hope, shaping lives far beyond the gilded walls of her palaces. And then there are the unseen indulgences. Private concerts where global superstars perform not for thousands, but for an audience of one. Safari trips where entire reserves are closed off for her family. Ski slopes reserved at midnight under floodlights so she can glide in silence. These moments, hidden from the public eye, reveal the privileges of a life where the world itself rearranges to suit her wishes. All of it paints a picture not of a simple traveler, but of a queen whose every journey is a chapter in a legend. She does not just move across the globe, she reshapes it, leaving traces of her presence wherever she goes. For the richest Arab women, travel is not escape. It is a crown in motion, an empire in flight, and a reminder that some lives are lived not on earth, but above it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look into the extraordinary world of the richest Arab women and their travels, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our next deep dive into luxury lifestyles. I truly appreciate your support. Every view, every comment, and every share keeps this channel growing. Until next time, stay inspired and keep exploring the world with wonder.